Hello, how are you, friends and students? Welcome to the Shahan Virtual Academy. And today we just show you how we can find the radius of Newton's ring. Let's talk about the Newton's ring. Okay, so let's get started. Thank you. Let's suppose first of all I would like to tell you what is the Newton's ring. Basically, when you just place the plano convex lens of this type on the glass slab and you just focus on the and you have a look on the above from the center and just take the focus of the light and you will see different types of black and white rings. This is called a Newton's rings basically. Okay, so uh, had, let's move on and we just start the derivation of the radius. How we can find the radius of these rings? You just as you in the picture you will show this types of rings. Okay, so let's suppose uh, in order to find the radius of nth rings Rn, we let's start the derivation. Let's suppose this is our plano convex lens and which is placed on the glass slab. Okay, so here we show you uh, this is basically the center of curvature. What is O? It is the center of curvature. Center of curvature is the center of curvature, basically the imaginary center of any lens. If this is a lens, so it is the center of curvature. It is basically the center of the radius. Okay, this is the center of curvature, and thus this distance from center to the end point is the radius of curvature. Okay, so this is the center of curvature, this is the radius, and this is also OB is also a center of curvature. Okay, but when we just eliminate the value of thickness of plano convex lens T, so it becomes R minus T, which is OA. Okay, so what is this? This is the radius of the ring. If let's suppose this is the dark ring, this is the white ring. So the radius of the dark ring is from this point to this position. Now this one is the this position. Now for this one is radius is this position, and now we moves on, and from this point, from the center to the this end of the lens is the radius R. So this is basically the radius R. This is the radius R, is the same, which have same distance of this lens. Okay, so this is radius of ring. Okay, now we have to what we will do before just starting the its derivation. We apply here because it makes a right angle triangle OAC. Okay, so this and so it is a theorem, as you know, a Pythagoras theorem we apply on the right angle triangle. Uh, okay, and what is the Pythagoras theorem? The hypotenuse square is always equals to the perpendicular squares with the summation of the base square. Okay, this is the basically the Pythagoras theorem, and here we just putting the value, and the hypotenuse is the OC square is the OA square with the summation of AC. Okay, so here we just putting the values of the OC. OC is the radius of curvature, which is R. What is OA? OA is the R minus T. Okay, and what is the value of AC? AT is the radius of the ring, which is R. So here we get just the value, and we just solve it. A minus B is the basically algebraic formula, which is the A square minus 2AB plus B square. So we just expand with the same formula. So it becomes R square minus 2RT plus T square plus R square. Okay, so we just neglect the value of R square from this. So what it becomes? It just becomes minus 2RT plus T square plus R square is equals to 0. Okay, we just move on the value of this value because we have to find the R. So what will become? 2RT plus T square. Okay, so this is the values. What is T? T, it is the thickness of the plano convex lens. But what is this? This is basically a wedge type shape, okay, and it is negligible because in this diagram I am showing you, you just look like it's a very big wedge, but it is a very small distance. Let's suppose it's so much small that the value of t is almost negligible. Means if we just look at the value, so it's value in the points, okay. So when we'll just have a square on this position, so what will it make? Point 0 0 0 0 1. So it means almost 0. So we just neglect the value of t square. Means t is so small, then if t square value is almost 0. Okay, so we just neglect its value in the next, and here what we will do, we just neglect it. So r, it's become 2rt square. Okay, so we just remove its square value, so it becomes 2r and t. Okay, now this is not our destination because we are just have to find the value of radius of the rings to the nth positions. Okay, so there's a lot of rings, there's not one ring, there's a lot of rings. So that's why in order to find the radius of the Newton's ring of the for many rings, so we have to go to the nth values, and we know that the value of actually we for bright ring, the radius of, for constructive indifference, for constructive interference, the path difference for constructive interference, the path difference will be equals to 2 and t. This is the path difference, will be equals to m plus 1 upon 2 lambda, and value of m will be 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2. Okay, so here basically 2 and t is the path difference for the constructive interference of light. Okay, so when we will got the constructive interference, the path difference will be there. What is n? N is the refractive index, and this is the air, and for this refractive index we know that the refractive index of air is n equals to 1. So we just put the value of n equals to 1 there. So what it becomes? So it becomes 2 1t. So it becomes 2t. So basically we just move on, put the value to this position. Okay, we just put in value. This is our equation 1 and this is equation 2. Put equation 2 in equation 1. Okay, so simple. So we just put in m plus 1 over 2 lambda, okay, r. So this is the value. So let's suppose we will do something more. We require something more. Okay, what we have to do next? For the value of m, constructive interference. Okay, when we put the value for r equals to 1, when we will go for the first ring, okay, no, not first ring, let's go for a 2t1. Well, so So what will we will just put the value m equals to 0. Okay, m equals to 0. 1 plus 0 plus half lambda. So it becomes 2t1, so half lambda. Okay, 2 equals 2. Okay, 1 plus half lambda, so it becomes 3 upon 2 lambda. So means this value, when this value goes up, so its value goes uh, uh, to 1 plus value. Okay, so when we go to the nth value, so it becomes 2tn. So here we look, this is the 2, so 1, 1, 0 means this is the n, so this value will be n minus 1 plus half. Okay, n minus 1 plus half. So what is the n minus 1 plus half? It will become minus half. So n minus half time r is our nth time radius. Okay, so when we talk about nth radius, so we just put the value n minus half r. Okay, so this is the radius of ring, Newton's ring, for the nth radius. Okay, so it's so simple. We just going to find you today that what is the Newton's ring and how we can derivate the radius of the Newton's ring. Thank you very much, or hopefully I will meet you on with the next topic. Thank you.